we see the world as we are, not as it. So our reality is a reflection of us. And so if we're not growing and expanding our conscious awareness, we are essentially shrinking and narrowing our awareness, our conscious awareness. And we get stuck when we're not opening our lens to the fullness of life. Welcome back to the Joyful Mate podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Harcher, your joyful journey mentor. And yes, we're celebrating a milestone in this episode. We're celebrating the 100th plus episode. Yes, I've actually lost count. The time's gone really quickly. This podcast started at the end of 2024 and it's still going strong today with more than one episode a week dropping. And I really want to thank you, the listener and viewer, for tuning in to these insightful episodes on joy, fulfillment, and happiness. Yes, I love mental health. A big part of my life has been the focus on mental health ever since losing a schoolmate friend when I was 18 years old to mental health. I thought, I need to better understand this. I need to seek empowerment in this area. And I did myself, and now I'm sharing that with others. So the purpose of this podcast is purely helping you to find more connection with life. And what I've learned through doing these 100 plus episodes is that we see the world as we are, not as it. So our reality is a reflection of us. And so if we're not growing and expanding our conscious awareness, we are essentially shrinking and narrowing our awareness, our conscious awareness. And we get stuck when we're not opening our lens to the fullness of life, when we shut it down through judgment. So one of the big factors through not expanding your lens or horizon of how you see the world is purely because of judgment, because we say it is this way and therefore it gets boxed into this way. Life is as it is and there's no box for it. It is purely how the person perceives it. And so I think it's really important to go about life with having that view is, how else could I see this? What is a different perspective of what I'm experiencing? And that's why socialization is so important. Connection is so important to our evolution, to our well-being, see other people's perspectives or feel other people's perspectives. And we don't get stuck in our own world. And that's why it's really important to share what's going on in your world so that other people can share a perspective that they're observing that you might not be seeing. And that will expand your conscious awareness of the concern. And with that expansion of that concern, you start to see the fullness in it, as opposed to it is this way. It's just, it sucks. It's rubbish. I can't handle this anymore. You start sharing that concern with other people, but not other people that are just going to agree with you. Other people that are going to challenge you to see it differently or to experience it differently based on their experiences. So the more diverse we have in terms of our social connections, the more likely we're going to see the wholeness in life. The narrow our connections, like if we just got our tribe, it's good in terms of support, but in terms of growth, it's going to be limiting. So expand your social connections so that you aren't limited to how you see the world. When we're limited, we become stuck and we can't see the wholeness, the fullness in what we're experiencing. And we experience a very narrow perspective of life. So embrace fullness, wholeness, by expanding your social circles. Expand into those circles that challenge your thinking, that challenge the way you see the world. It's good to have those ones where the person supports you and agrees. We need that as a safety net, but it's important that we keep expanding our social circles in order to expand our view of the world and to have an expansive life, to have a full life, to see the world as it is. It's a journey and we need one another to do that. So I'm hoping I'm doing that through this podcast, and I'm hoping I've expanded your conscious awareness through the 100 plus episodes, plus the guests that are coming on. This is not going anywhere but up, right? In terms of bringing on new guests, new expertise, new perspectives, as well as my takes, as well as the guest, your conscious awareness so that you live a more fulfilled life, a more wholesome life, a life with more purpose, a life where you experience more joy, fulfillment, and happiness. So looking forward to this journey that we're going on together for more, well over 100 plus more episodes. It's going to go into the thousands of episodes. I do not have any intention to stop this podcast. I love it as much as you do. So thank you again for listening, supporting the podcast. And the takeaway today is expand your social circles and tiptoe into those areas that may challenge your thinking, to expand it, to get you growing. Okay. So until next time, continue to experience more joy, fulfillment, and happiness by expanding your conscious awareness by looking at different ways of seeing things. Thank you for tuning in to the Joyful Mate podcast. Please share it with others that could also benefit from these wise words. And also, if you need help with expanding your lens, please feel free to reach out and book a free consult with me. The booking link will be in the show notes. Go directly there, book a free session with me, and I can help you expand your conscious awareness so that you live a more fulfilled life. Thank you.